It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Miami Dolphins and the Houston Texans. All that and more coming up next.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Now, Charles, you and I, we've done a lot of games together. Always seems like we're rehashing the same storylines. Turnovers, of course, always a big story. Quarterback play, running backs, yada, yada, yada. But getting ready for this one word kept coming to mind, and that's preparation.
Well, it's critical to be prepared. Physically, mentally. When you think about getting ready for an NFL game, you have to wonder, what will they throw at us that maybe we haven't seen before? 2-minute drill, maybe different things like that. Got to be prepared. You're exactly right.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Texans offense heading out behind their quarterback in his second season. Last year's Offensive Rookie of the Year, C.J. Stroud.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. He had no options downfield there and just chucked it out of bounds.
There was no one open. He was in the pocket. Where was the intentional grounding call?
Oh, you wanted the flag.
Of course I did. I'm a defensive guy. You know that. Where was the flag? The officials pointed out that someone was in the area. He got away with one.
Stroud. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Mixon with a first down carry. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. Inside handoff to Mixon. Busts through the tackle. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Second down and 4. Stroud to throw it. That's complete. It's Collins. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Stroud sets up the play action. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that falls incomplete.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Throwing now is Stroud. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on fourth. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Well, the Dolphins head out, led by the NFL's leading passer in 2023. Now in his fifth season, Tua Tagovailoa.
This guy's leadership is so important to how this offense functions. He doesn't shrink from any moments on game day, and everything he does with confidence. He sets the example in practice, off the field, and is the guy leading everyone out for each possession.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Play action, now it's Tua. He's got a man, it's his fullback. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Now a 2nd and 2. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. That's out to Hill, right side complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you...
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Mario Edwards flies in to blow that play up.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. Back deep is Steven Sims. A big rush by the Texans, and they block it. An early special teams wake-up call there, their first drive, and they have the punt blocked.
And obviously they were giving the ball up, but that's not the way it's supposed to conclude. That ball's supposed to be downfield, better field position for your defense to work off of. Instead, you've given up a momentum play, and now you've got the other side excited.
Play action. Here's Stroud. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Mixing up the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
And Stroud now to throw. A throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good.
So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. In motion, Hill. On play action, here's Tua. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play.
And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this 1st quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And the Texans will take over.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37.
Now Stroud.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
Here's a give to Mixon. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
A beautiful fake. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now 2nd and 5. Stroud working out of the gun. He gets this one to Mechie.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 36. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. It's Mixon on the counter. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2. Stroud looking to throw.
His throw incomplete.
Haven't met a corner that's worth his salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Here's Stroud. Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team, because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Mike McDaniel, he's going to ask him to take a closer look at this call, and out comes a challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide, and I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch, because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Second down and 3. The throwing again is Stroud.
And his throw is incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Play action. Stroud now. Oh, he had him. him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Kaimi Fairbairn now to attempt the Texan field goal. From the right hash, this from 33. Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that will make it 6-0.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So a couple of field goals now. 6-0 our score as the kicks away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their own 24.
A man who is both a prep and collegiate star here in the Lone Star State, Devon Achane.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Achane here, they stay on the ground.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And going deep for Hill. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
On is Jake Bailey to send this one away.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Oh, what a juke into space. Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Mechie, the man in motion. Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stroud. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 2.
A handoff to Mixon. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
Stroud off the play fake. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out of the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a first down.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. Operating from the gun. Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Quickly out wide to Mechie.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Six 0 our score after 1. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. As they've got it as we resume action. From the 25 on 2nd down. Stroud.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Flying in to pick up that sack, Jordan Brooks. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Operating from the gun, Stroud.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But they've certainly not shied away from throwing the footballs. They've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
C.J. Stroud
taking it in from a yard out.
And the Texans are able to extend their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better? Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And he's got it to make it now 13-0. That one in the books as a 12-play drive.
And it was C.J. Stroud who finished off that drive with the touchdown run.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Dolphins ready to take over on offense.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham.
And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Miami. 42 yards.
And this is how you answer a touchdown the other end. You come out throwing to start your own drive. And not just throwing, but pushing it down the field. And they come up with a big play as they try to answer back with a score of their own.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa.
That's going to be caught by Waddle.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Tua sets up to pass it. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Daniil Hunter. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Looking to pass. Tua. And he will find his man on the outside. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, but he ended up finding another receiver.
Sanders' kick is good, and they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3.
So the 3rd drives the charm. They are on the board, albeit with just a field goal.
Yeah, 3 points from 3 drives. That's not going to win you a whole lot of football games. Hopefully the fact they were able to move the ball a little bit can wake up their offense.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Houston set to take over. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
They begin with a run by Mixon. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 6. Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. They'll give him 4 yards there. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
3rd and 2.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up.
And he is going to have a Texans first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Stroud sets up the play action. This goes out wide for Mixon.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
An option handoff here to Mixon.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Off a play action. Tagovailoa.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Will Anderson. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Play action. Now it's Tua. They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Jalen Waddle.
94 yards.
And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
So from back deep in their own territory all the way into the end zone, do you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Stroud will run the option left.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
Jalen Waddle running out, and that means that the Dolphins ready for another drive on offense.
He's done his part, but so far it's been in a losing effort, so they've got to fix something.
But that doesn't mean changing anything, the way they're throwing the ball around and his catches and production. Keep doing that. They're going to have to fix some things likely on defense to try and slow down their opponents.
But so far he's north of 100 yards receiving.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua. They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami.
Jalen Waddle
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
Sanders on for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Texans getting set here to take over again on offense. Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up, then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Stroud. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Texans on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down.
Now Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 70 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Over the middle, that's caught by Woods. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Stroud working out of the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schultz. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball,
touchdown, Texans! Dalton Schultz, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans have retaken the lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, They go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. A 10-play drive that time.
And it was the tight end Dalton Schultz on the touchdown reception to cap the drive.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense.
He'll try to generate some more steam on offense down to the scoreboard second quarter. Not necessarily his fault, but he's always a guy they want to get extra involved.
Keep finding ways for him to get the football. Keep force-feeding him in that way. Get to the half. Kind of reboot. Start over again to try and erase the other things that have them down on the scoreboard.
They'll be looking for a little more juice here in the second quarter before they do hit that halftime locker room. Short throw to Smith. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now Tua. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
Throw caught by Achane.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Beckham goes in motion left. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 3.
Here's Tua. It's caught. Beckham. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Tua going to throw.
Open man is Waddle, complete.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Neville Hewitt on the stop. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
2nd and 6. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. On target over the middle to Hill. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 15-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins have moved out in front. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Sanders now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. That time a 9-play drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Texans offense and C.J. Stroud getting ready for this next drive. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
2nd down and a yard. Stroud looking to throw. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. And Woods has it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now Stroud. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
Here goes Stroud again. Pass thrown right back to Joe Mixon. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Stroud to throw it. To Mixon on the check down. And out of bounds right around the 20. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Dalton Schultz as the first half is winding down. And the Texans have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was the tight end Dalton Schultz on the touchdown reception to cap the drive. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Second and 9. Tua sets up to pass it. Over the middle to Beckham. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Here's 3rd and 3. They'll run for it with Achane. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
It was a terrific first half from the former Offensive Rookie of the Year, C.J. Stroud. He threw 2 touchdown passes, ran for another, as his guys have the lead at halftime.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Dolphins offense and Tua Tagovailoa headed back out onto the field. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
A run straight ahead with HN. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Looking to pass. Tua. Now the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Mario Edwards Jr. able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. HN on the counter. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Will Anderson getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line.
The Texans offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard.
Stroud off the play fake. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
On the bootleg, Stroud. Now that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the second time. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football.
Miami's offense set and ready to go.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
In motion, Hill. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around.
A gain of 3, second down.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
Tyreek Hill's got another one. And Hill is going to have a Dolphins first down as he'll be brought down at the 38-yard line.
It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3-and-out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
And this one complete to Smith. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and a yard. Waddle, the motion man, right.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Hill going to go in motion right. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
In motion, Hill.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in this third quarter.
That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Sanders on for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The home team's offense and running back Joe Mixon set to take over once more. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
But whenever you call and run the hitch route, a lot of times that ball's got to be in the air before the receiver even turns around. That's the result of throwing it so many times in practice. Is really a timing route. Make sure that ball's out of your hands, and oftentimes the receiver turns around, and there's the ball. Nice completion there.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Collins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Play action. Stroud now. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 82 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And Stroud now to throw. That'll be caught left side by Woods. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. You don't see that a ton, do you? Where the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Mixon will take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point.
And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Well, now how about this return?
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Dolphins offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
From midfield, here's Tua. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
Now a man who tore up the Packers in the NFC title game a few years back. It's Raheem Mostert. And Mostert going to pick up a Dolphins first down as he'll get this down to the 36.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Here's Tua.
That's going to be caught by Waddle.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Jalen Waddle.
36 yards.
And the Dolphins have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead.
And that third counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and made him a real weapon in the passing game.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here.
Throwing now is Stroud.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
From the gun to give to Mixon. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon.
89 yards rushing for him now to this point.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Here's Stroud. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee you he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Stroud working out of the gun. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Stroud looking to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Woods.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Two yards left on 2nd down from the 9.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Now Stroud.
That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this third quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the fourth quarter. On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. He's going to get it again. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4 down territory.
Here's a run with Mixon. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with the touchdown run to take the lead.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told, and it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 52 yards.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Now a toss right side. HN with it.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Tua going to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
So a big one coming now for Jason Sanders. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins have tied things up here in the 4th. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. This offense and their running back headed back onto the field. And as we take a look at some of the highlights, we see just how impactful he's been. He and his quarterback have such a great chemistry together, and it's been on full display throughout the contest. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. Open man, that's Collins. He's got it. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. It's Mixon on the counter.
Taken down at the 42.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
This a 2nd and 8. Stroud out of the gun here. Got his man, Dell.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down.
Stroud to throw it. Caught left side. Here's Dell.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. Boy, plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So apparently the bank is open, and fortunate for them as it gives them a 4th quarter lead.
And you talk about being fortunate. Fortune was definitely on their side there. I think 9 times out of 10, this ball hits the bar and comes right down. But he manages to put a little English on it, and he gets it to go.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their own 28-yard line.
Hand off to Achane to begin the drive.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now.
From the 33, here's a 2nd down and 6.
On play action, here's Tua.
Finding Waddle crossing the field and bringing it in.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
A short throw there, that's to Smythe, the tight end.
And he gets this to the 35, good for a gain of 5.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
Now Tua.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
2 and a throw again. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
The kick by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins have tied things up here in the 4th. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. This offense making its way back out, led by their running back. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And Stroud now to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Jalen Waddle running out, and that means that the Dolphins ready for another drive on offense. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 53 yards. And the Dolphins strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one. Sanders on for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectations.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought it from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary.
Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
Now they'll go play action here with Stroud. He's got it to Collins, complete. But he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Stroud off the play fake. This goes out wide from Mixon. I call it no gain there on the first down play.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. Call it a gain of a yard, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Stroud will look to throw once more. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that'll bring them back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Looking to pass. Tua. Pass complete on the out route to Beckham. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. And that's going to do it. With that last throw, he surpasses Norm Van Brocklin's mark of 554 passing yards in one game, set more than 70 years ago, way back in 1951. Well, he's had help from his offensive line and his receivers, but this has been an incredible individual performance. Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. Over the middle, complete. That's Hill. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Third and 3. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. The Texans offense and Nico Collins heading onto the field. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Stroud. And that is incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Here's 2nd down. Stroud. He'll get this complete to Collins.
No timeout. You got to go quick here.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. Stroud to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
All right, let's just put it on the table real quick here. This is 2-minute drill. You got to know they're looking for their number 1 receiver.
Yeah, you think they'd be ready for that? That time they weren't. Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. That's complete. It's Collins.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Now 2nd and 4. Now Stroud. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Here's Stroud. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Fourth down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles. And that brings this one to a close.
Yeah, I think Hope was wearing one jersey and Worry was wearing another on the other sideline as that final snap played out. Now, we've seen some incredible plays to win games before, but in this case, I think the distance was just a little bit too great for it to happen here.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long from Houston.